Hey everyone, welcome to the studio. Today we're going to go over what makes a hybrid rig a hybrid rig. I'm going to upset a lot of people. I'm really excited for it. Let's jump right into it. So, I have done a fair amount of rigs in my day. I have done straight to the amp when I was in my youth and really aggressive days, in punk bands and things like that, where pedals just were kind of not needed. You turn the amp up and you're rocking. Then I started venturing into a little bit more pedals. You get your first overdrive pedal, you get your first delay pedal, and then all of a sudden you realize you can do crap like this. And then once you get there, it kind of opens the door to like, oh man, you're now on the hunt, you're on the lookout. Every time, it was like Premier Guitar would come up with a new thing, or Andy from Reverb would come up with a new pedal. I think I could make music with that. That's really ultimately what we're thinking about. That's what it was for me. So I started really diving into pedals, and certain gigs I got in trouble because you show up with a spaceship of a board here, and I mean it's just overkill. It's too much. Started shrinking my rig. I watched the video on why the Helix saved my life and saved my career. It was such a powerful tool. I've also put pedals with the Helix. I've run stuff, analog pedals in the effects loop. So I've done kind of everything in between. I really enjoyed the journey of trying to just discover different types of rigs. And I'm not trying to discover the right rig, I'm just trying to discover a different type of rig. Chasing inspiration. I wanted to do this video because I am building, and what I tend to gravitate to, and the key phrase is what I like. This is my rig, not your rig, so everybody calm down. We don't have to immediately yell at me through the screen. That's not a hybrid rig. It's my rig. Okay? I can call it what I want. So I look at this as an analog, digital, modular rig. I've got analog pedals on here. I've got some digital pedals on here. I've got pedals that have a screen. I've got pedals that don't. I've got some pedals that do one thing really well and nothing else. Obviously, that's got some digital things in it. It's a digital algorithm. I'm not upset about that. I'm still going to call it an analog pedal. Let's jump into the board, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through a few things that I have found when making a hybrid rig. And this is how my brain works. It might spark some inspiration. It might spark some absolute just panic and hatred towards me. And that's fine. This is it's fine. I can handle it. Ultimately, I want you to be inspired to build a rig that plays to your strengths. I really, in my career, I found myself being a kind of an enigma of a guitar player. I can speak jazz chords, I can get into all the theory, I can do some crazy deep dive reharmonization, or I could just turn on my big fuzz pedal here and some reverb and disappear into shoegaze world, and both will make me so happy. I had to come up with a rig that played to my strengths. If you are not into that kind of thing, keep swiping. There's so many people on YouTube doing this, and I guarantee you will find someone who probably won't piss you off today. I'm gonna piss you off today. All right, let's go. Okay, the first big question right out of the gate, why these pedals? If you are going to build yourself a modular rig, how do you even begin to know what to go with? So let's dive right into the rig. Before you yell at me, yes, I know this isn't a hybrid rig. No, because you don't have it. There's no MIDI. Oh, there's no MIDI on your board. How can you call it a hybrid rig? How do you even deal with the tap dancing? I don't know. I just freaking do it, First thing in the chain, fuzz pedals. Because if you aren't familiar, if you put pedals before a fuzz pedal, you can run into problems with buffers and the fuzz won't operate the same way. So even on a hybrid rig with the Helix, I recommend putting a fuzz pedal before the Helix. Don't put it in the effects loop. I tried, it doesn't do the same thing. Sheilds Blender, the beautiful people at Fender, hooked me up with this thing, and it is a wall of sound. It's so sick. Check this out. It's rad, okay? Super fun. This is another fuzz pedal because I have a problem and I love just finding other really cool pedals. Out of the fuzz pedals, then we finally go into our compressors and our buffers and things like that. I'm using the Jackson Audio Bloom pedal just for, you know, minimal EQ shaping. Today I'm playing my Jim James Epiphone 335, and it's just got a lot of kind of weight on the bottom, you know, able to kind of pull some lows out if I need. If I'm playing one of my tellies, I can kind of tame some of those high ends. Compressor into the JHS Prestige. Prestige is just a more better, more louder, more just sweeter. I never turn it off. Out of here, this is where we get into the first big hybrid element, is the Plethora 3. From TC Electronics. This thing, only 3 effects at a time, which is manageable. I like that. It's not an HX Stomp, you know, where you can do like 8 effects at a time. I didn't need that on this board. I needed something quick, simple. So this is handling all of my octave effects, vibratos, my choruses, my flangers, the Swiss Army knife of the Pedalboard. It's a digital option, but I'm not spending hours on these menus. You know what I'm saying? They really did a great job of making it direct and to the point. So that's handling just some early modulation stuff for me. This is the part I'm about to piss you all off because, check it out, it's actually before my overdrives. You can't put modulation before overdrives. Send. Calm down. Yeah, you can. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This then goes into $60 Rat pedal. Thing freaking rocks. It rips. We go into the Visual Sound VS-XO. You guys should totally go check this out. Got a tube screamer on one side, kind of got a Nobles on the other side. It's that mid-gain thing, and if I need more, and I don't know, just stack them. It's fine. Out of this, I jump to a volume pedal, do the volume pedal tuner thing. That concludes this side of the board. Out of the volume pedal, I'm going all the way over here to the left side. Cusack Tap-A-Whirl, okay? It's got presets, I've got banks on this thing. You know, I've got one side does, the other side does this. After the Cusack Tremolo, which is super fun, and I think pretty digital, we jump to the Galaxy Echo. The thing I love about it is it's very digital. It's very digital, but it operates and responds like an analog pedal. So check it out. Then after that, this is where it gets real fun. For all of my Helix only digital amps, modular people, how do you do that on a hybrid rig? With the routing capabilities and the parallels and all that stuff. Let me show you. Out of the Galaxy, I go stereo out into the Red Sea. The Red Sea, you just got to go watch a video on it because my brain still doesn't understand it fully, other than I get to run one UA amp in total stereo, and then also the Dream in perfect stereo. I've got the Dream on the left and right, I got the Lion on the left and right, and then depending on where I got this big old knob, if it's all the way to the right, it's only the Lion. If it's all the way to the left, it's only the Dream in true stereo. Mind-blowing. Moving on from here, out of the Red Sea into the ZOIA, which is nothing but a mega computer. I mean, this thing, I can make this thing be anything I want. It's like I haven't even begun to tap the potential of this thing because I'm just not that smart. I love pedals that give me possibilities and to just stare into it and just think of what I could come up with. Pedals like that. One reason why I went with the ZOIA. Out of the ZOIA, we go into the Empress EchoSystem. Love Empress stuff. The thing I love about it, there's no screen. It's really overwhelming to not have a screen, to not have a little digital readout or something, And I love that it is preset minded. And I think that's one big element of a hybrid rig. Can you have presets on a hybrid rig? Yeah, you can, but it's only per pedal. And I like that. It's kind of nice. So currently it is set up to be my dotted eighth. When you run a quarter note into a dotted eighth note, you get this really cool, beautiful But you're asking probably, you're screaming at me, well, how do you get them to sync? They're not in sync. Good. I don't want them in sync. I want them to have their own character. I want them to be in sync for maybe 2 repeats, maybe 1. That's fine. And that's pretty much all you're going to hear in a band setting anyway, is those first immediate repeats. And if those work, great. And I love that. And it can do MIDI, but if you can do MIDI, I applaud you. I don't enjoy it on guitar pedals. I would much rather do it with like synthesizers and things like that, but I don't want to do it with pedals right now, at least. So last in the chain is reverb. Now, please note that I've got 1, 2, 3 pedals after my amps. So they're kind of in the same world as like 4-cable method. That's not true 4-cable method. It's stop. You know who you are. I enjoy edge of breakup amps, and that's essentially another overdrive pedal, and I don't want to run my delays and reverbs into it. I can if I want. If I want that sound, I can. But if I want cleaner delays and cleaner verbs, try putting it after your amp modelers. So, reverb. Now, I have one clip that it really pissed a lot of people off. That reverb is just distance. I still stand by it. It's true. It makes you sound like you're in a big room or in a big parking garage. It's great. I love it. So I'm using the Empress Reverb right now. Right? I'm using it really minimal. However, my son and I built this. This is an expression pedal for the ZOIA, the EchoSystem, and the Reverb. And if you are familiar with a modeling world, you know how easy it is to make really great patches with expression pedals. That's just a quick rundown of why maybe I chose some of these pedals. and how my signal chain works in a hybrid rig, my version of a hybrid rig. You can build your own. You can have MIDI controlling. There's also pedal switchers, which we didn't even get into. I definitely maybe see that in my future. I don't know if I'm ready to go there just yet. I kind of enjoy the tap dance. I know, I'm crazy. Kind of rediscovering that young part of my playing. It's fun, and it's totally normal. This currently helps me play to my strengths. I can go as minimal as I want, I can go as dry as I want, and I can go as big and ambient and experimental as I want. Yes, I know you can do the same thing on a Helix. I just got a little bored and I wanted something new. I hope you get something out of today. I hope that you see that hybrid rigs can look maybe this way. It can be a bunch of individual multi-effects pedals. And that's fine. It's great. You don't need to have the holy trinity of Strymon. You can do different things. Make it you. Ultimately, make it you. If this hybrid rig really upset you and this isn't a hybrid rig, let me know. Let's go at it. Let's have some fun in the comments. Just let's go. Let's talk. That's what this channel's about. Interaction, building up one another, encouraging one another to play like themselves. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, go out and make some music. Later.